Let's take a detailed look at using your RapidFlow tire deflator to air down your tires. First, let's make sure you are familiar with the key components of your deflator. At the tip of the deflator is the nozzle that contains internal threads that secure onto your tire valve stem. Behind the nozzle is the slide valve, which helps you instantly alternate between checking tire pressure and airing down. Push the slide valve in to display the current tire pressure on the dial of the built-in air gauge, and pull the slide valve back to rapidly air down your tire. Next, we have the mid connector. This is the part that threads the nozzle on and off your tire valve stem. Finally, we have the steel rod which leads to the brass rod handle. The RapidFlow is designed to quickly air down your tires by safely removing the valve core to allow for maximum airflow out. You will use the rod handle to remove and replace the valve core and safely store it inside the body of the deflator during the air down process. First, start by pulling the rod handle back so that the steel rod is fully extended. Next, using the mid connector, thread the nozzle onto your tire valve stem by fully twisting it clockwise on. Make sure it's secured nice and tight, but be careful to not over-tighten here. With the deflator now connected to your tire valve stem, you will need to temporarily remove the valve core from the tire. This is the step some people tend to get wrong, so make sure to follow along carefully and master the step. First, push the rod handle in until it naturally stops. Then slowly turn it clockwise to engage the valve core. You will know you have the valve core engaged by slightly rocking the rod handle back and forth each direction. If there is a limited range of motion when you rock it back and forth, then you know you have the valve core engaged. With the valve core now engaged, we will remove it by slowly twisting the rod handle counterclockwise about 10 to 12 full turns to thread the valve core out of the tire. While doing this, you may start to hear the sound of air hissing. This is totally normal. During this step, the air pressure from within your tire will start to naturally push the rod handle out. To make sure you fully remove the valve core, you need to fight against the air pushing out by applying pressure inwards, while simultaneously twisting the rod handle counterclockwise about 10 to 12 full turns. You may even hear or feel a gentle clicking when the valve core is removed. You should now end with the steel rod fully extended out. Pro tip, you can quickly check that you have the valve core fully removed by pulling the slide valve back and listening to the airflow. If the airflow is loud and fast like this, that means that the valve core is fully removed and you're good to go. If the airflow is weak or slow like this, that means you still need to make sure the valve core is fully removed by pushing the rod handle back in, re-engaging the valve core, and twisting counterclockwise a few more turns until the rod handle is fully extended out again. Now, recheck the airflow and make sure it's nice and loud. Now that you know the valve core is removed, the dial face of the built-in gauge should display your current tire pressure. Use the slide valve to instantly alternate between checking tire pressure and airing down until you are at your target riding pressure. In this example, we will air down our tire to 15 psi. After your target riding tire pressure is achieved, it's time to reinsert the valve core. To do this, push the rod handle in until it naturally stops. Then thread the valve core back in by twisting the rod handle clockwise until you can no longer twist it anymore. Make sure the valve core is inserted nice and tight, but be careful to not over-tighten and strip any threadings. Now, with the valve core reinserted, we will disconnect the deflator from the valve stem. First, pull the rod handle all the way back to extend the steel rod out. Next, disconnect the deflator from the tire valve stem by twisting the mid connector counterclockwise until the deflator is completely detached. Now that you have successfully aired down your tires using the RapidFlow, it's time to repeat this process for your other tires. After all 4 tires are properly aired down, go out and have some fun on the trails. When you're done off-roading, make sure to air your tires back up to your regular driving pressure. We offer a wide variety of award-winning inflation tools and accessories by JACO to help make this process even easier.